Good afternoon. Plenty of fine weather across the UK for this afternoon on into this evening. In fact, sunshine and warmth, and the trees are now bursting into full leaf. They're also producing a lot of pollen, high tree pollen levels almost across the board for the UK this afternoon. The best way to lower those levels is to usher in some rain, and that will be the case for the northwest of the UK by the time we get to Monday. For this afternoon, though, we're all still underneath high pressure. It stays fine. The winds are light, a little bit of cloud, perhaps squeezing out a few spots of rain in terms of the odd light shower for central and southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales this afternoon. Temperatures widely up into the high teens, perhaps up to 20 degrees. It stays fine across England and Wales overnight. Could get somewhat chilly for the southeast and East Anglia, maybe even a patchy frost, lows of 3 or 4 degrees. Much milder to the northwest of the UK, but in comes the cloud, in comes the rain. The weather front's pushing into Northern Ireland and Western Scotland by the time we get to Monday dawn. And it's that trend for things to come in from the Atlantic towards the UK that we pick up for this week. We've been locked under high pressure for much of the last week. The high drifts away southeastwards for the coming days, and we'll see weather systems advancing from the Atlantic. So a windier story across the board, and for some quite heavy and persistent rain. Certainly looking wet for Northern Ireland and Scotland on Monday, for the northwest of England come the afternoon. The remainder of England and Wales, though, fine, dry with sunshine, possibly up to 22 degrees, just 13 further north where we have the wetter weather. A windier story across the board on Tuesday as this low advances its way eastwards, but by the time this front gets into the southeast of England, I think there'll be scant rain coming out of it. There could, though, be some very punchy showers later in the day on Tuesday, particularly tracking into western Scotland. Heavy, thundery downpours. A little cooler across England and Wales, temperatures up to 20 degrees on Tuesday. This is our biggest question mark in terms of the forecast for the week ahead. What this little area of low pressure pushing towards the south of the UK will do on Wednesday. We're fairly confident the low will develop. There will be some wet and windy weather advancing from the Atlantic, but just how far north or south this low will move and exactly what point on Wednesday or even into the early part of Thursday it will move in is flicking about a little bit in terms of how our model's looking at it at the moment. So it's worth staying tuned to that element of the forecast if the weather for Wednesday is particularly critical for you. But at the moment, it looks like there will be a spell of wetter and windier weather midweek into Thursday across the southern half of the UK. We're a little bit more confident from Thursday onwards. Thursday, it looks like a quieter day with lighter winds for all, but still some rain pushing in to western Scotland. That's most of the week now. We've seen rain making its way in here in the form of showers or weather fronts. And again for Friday, another weather front coming into western Scotland to the south of the UK. High pressure's starting to try and build again. Fine end to the week, I think, for England, Wales and Northern Ireland. For eastern Scotland too, with some sunshine, but towards the west of Scotland, another wet day. So much so that some parts of western Scotland could get some quite significant rainfall accumulations during the next 5 days or so. For example, Oban, you can see the colours brightening up there as we go along our scale. Could see close to 100 millimetres of rain this week before we're through. So for the week ahead, a more mobile story. Windier, wettest for western Scotland. Biggest question, where that rain will go in the south on Wednesday.